Hey everybody, Dirk here. Welcome once again to the dungeon. Figured I'd show you guys something I got finished last weekend. I do have to change these LEDs inside here. I know you can't see it very well. It's, it's supposed to be Dirk 82 there. You can kind of see it a little bit. It's not bright enough. I need to change out the LEDs for some bright whites because this is a like a faceplate here, and it has a red tint because it did have a. Let me turn the light back on here. It did have this 7-segment LED display. This was an alarm clock beforehand. You might have seen this before in the stupid circuit bent battle that I had participated in a while ago. So this is an alarm clock. Basically, all the parts in here are just glued in now. This was on here. I was going to try to use it, but the circuit board's done for. It just doesn't work anymore. It's not a big deal. I thought it'd be pretty cool to put this in, this circuit into an alarm clock. This is the MFOS Alien Screamer. There's quite a few videos floating about on YouTube, but this is my version because I have a CV input for the oscillator. This is the oscillator right here, and then this is basically the LFO section. That's basically all it is a oscillator, LFO, and this is to modulate the oscillator with the LFO. These switches in the back are for different outputs from the LFO. I think this is a square wave and then a different type of square wave, as well as this switch here, and then this right here is to sync the LFO with the oscillator, and it sounds pretty cool. So it's just the oscillator. And you can put in this as well, and you get to turn up the LFO quite a ways. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. You can add some effects to it. And it's kind of a way that you make a drum So yeah, that's enough of that. Pretty fun little device. You can see on the back here, this is it's a ground, so you can ground other modules to this, so they can share the same ground. And that's your CV input into your oscillator. So if you're actually building this circuit, I don't know why you guys can see this. It's basically you're coming into these transistors on here, on this section here for the oscillator, and there's your VCO frequency potentiometer, which is this guy right here. So then you're just going to add an additional 100k ohm resistor, and that's going to be your CV2 input. Well, this is also a CV input as well. It's control voltage input for the modulation, which comes from your LFO section that's right here. There is also a way to get a trigger output from this. I didn't dive into that yet. It might be interesting. And yeah, it's pretty cool. This design is a ramp core design. So yeah, it's like almost like a sawtooth type output, and essentially with some other circuitry, this could be a 1 volt per octave oscillator. Essentially, that's what it is. You have your two transistors here, which would be a matching pair, and then you would have some type of trimming resistor or potentiometer, because it's basically, I think it's it's voltage to current converter is basically what this whole circuit is, and that's essentially a very simple 1 volt per octave oscillator. So I might look into that a little bit more, and if I find something, I'll put another video up, because I know a lot of people are interested in building simple 1 volt per octave oscillators. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Cheers.